What's going on, man? Patrick James here. In this video, we're gonna be talking about 9 thoughts that hook women into conversations with you. Cue that intro.
Okay.
All right, what's up, man? Patrick here. And you're probably wondering to yourself, what do you mean by 9 thoughts that hook her into the conversation? And here's what I mean. What you focus on is gonna dictate the results that you get, all right? Where your focus goes, your energy flows. And most guys focus on the wrong things, whether they know it or not. So I'm gonna give you 9 affirmations, if you will. And if you start thinking these things to yourself and you start actually truly living through these when you're conversing with women, when you're conversing with anybody, it's going to make your conversations more engaging. People are gonna enjoy talking to you more, and you're gonna seem more charismatic overall. So if all of those sound like things that you would pretty much like to have going on in your life, then listen up and write these down, right? So here's the first thought I'm gonna give you. And it's more of an affirmation, like I said. So the first one is, I am 100% present to the moment. Ignore the fact that I have really terrible handwriting, but I am 100% present to the moment. Now, we've all talked to someone who we could tell wasn't really present to the conversation with them. Either they were looking over our shoulder, or they kept looking down at their phone, or we could tell that something was on their mind. And let me ask you this, if you felt like you were talking to someone and opening up to somebody, but they weren't really valuing the moment they're with you, they didn't really give a shit about what you had to say in that moment, did you really end up leaving that conversation liking that person more? Or did you kind of just not like them? Did they kind of rub you the wrong way, right? When you can learn to be 100% present to the moment, your conversations will be more engaging. You'll actually hear what they're saying, and you'll stop missing out on different windows of opportunity to attract this girl, to move the interaction forward, to build a strong connection with her. And it's all because you were actually present to the moment. You weren't looking down at your phone. You weren't looking over her shoulder. You weren't worried about things that happened to you 30 minutes ago or things that you're gonna do 30 minutes from now. You were here and present to the moment, listening to her and engaging in conversation with her, and that's it. All right, so I am 100% present to the moment. That's the first thought that's gonna hook her into the conversation. Let's get into the second thought. I am gonna keep the same theme going here. I am detached from all outcomes. Here's one thing that I want you to remember right now. When we can tell that someone wants something from us, we don't want to give it to them. All right, I'm gonna repeat that. When we can tell that someone wants something from us, we do not want to give it to them. Just imagine going to a Tesla car dealership and all you want to do is check out these cool cars that look cool, and maybe one day you'll get one, but this fucking needy ass salesperson comes up and he's like, hey, you want to look at this Tesla? This Tesla will be perfect for you. I can get you signed up right now. Let's get a Tesla into your arms right now, right? He seems needy. He's try hard. He's trying to hard sell you into something. And you, as a person who's maybe considering getting a Tesla one day, when you can tell that he really, really, really wants something from you, are you more likely or less likely to do business with him? Answer, less likely. Neediness is the ultimate repeller of anybody, right? If you want to attract anybody, just not even women, but just friends, people, business partners, business deals, anybody, stop being so damn needy. And if you want to stop being needy, if you don't want to repel people and you want your conversations to be more engaging and you want her to actually be attracted to you, you have to be detached from outcomes. So how do you apply this to your life? Well, first off, if you approach a girl at a bar, a nightclub, a street, whatever it may be, stop thinking to yourself, I want to go approach that girl to get her phone number. Because think about it, you're going up to get, right? You're attached to a certain outcome. And if that outcome doesn't happen, then you kind of feel rejected. You feel like you didn't really accomplish what you set out to, and it affects your state, it affects your mood, it affects your self-image. So if you can be detached from outcome, if you can just be reliant on the process, you can say, okay, I want to go over there and talk to that girl because she seems interesting. Let's see what she's got. Let's see what she brings to the table. Let's see if she's someone even worth bringing into my life. when you can start enjoying the process and rewarding yourself for even going up in the first place, that's when you're detached from outcome, and that's when your conversations become more engaging. So the third thought that's going to hook women into the conversation is life is a party. Start thinking of everything that you do from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep as one big adventure, as one big party. Start enjoying your life, right? You don't need permission to start exuding joy everywhere you go. And when you can have this life is a party mindset and you can actually start living like that and start enjoying the little things in life, that's when you can start really qualifying girls. When you go up to a girl, you're 100% present, you're detached from outcome, and you think that life is a party meant to be enjoyed. If she rejects you, if she gives you any attitude, if she gives you a shit test, it's not gonna faze you, because all that simply means is that she's not wanting to join your party. And if my life is a party and I'm already enjoying it, do you think I'm gonna care if some bitchy ass woman is not gonna wanna join my party? Hell no, because we got a world full of 7 billion people, 3.5 billion of those 7 billion are women, and maybe at least 1,000 of them are hot enough to be at my party. So I'm gonna adopt this life as a party mentality, and I highly recommend that you do the same. And it's gonna make it very easy for you to be detached from the outcome and have fun regardless of what happens, and really just qualify these girls to see, are you someone worthy of coming into my party? Because if you are, cool, let's have fun together. If not, then I'm just gonna go over here, talk to that girl who also seems interesting, all right? So this is the third one. Let's get into the fourth thought that'll hook women into conversations with you. I do or say things because I want to. So many guys, they run out of things to say because they go, oh, I don't know if she's gonna like this. I don't know if she's gonna find that funny. I don't know if these people are gonna find my jokes funny. I don't know if these people are gonna like me. Fuck that shit. I do or say things because I want to and because they entertain me. If you ever get bored in conversation, start self-entertaining, start cracking jokes. It's like an inside joke with yourself, right? That's the definition of self-entertaining. It's just cracking jokes that you find funny regardless of what other people say. And when you can do this, not only are you more charismatic because you're saying things that are on top of your mind, you're saying things in the moment that are interesting to you, but you stop running out of things to say, and people start being either polarized away from you or polarized towards you. All right, so from now on, I want you to drop your standards for what you can and can't say. Start saying and doing things because you want to say them and because they entertain you. I mean, just think about it like this. You've seen a comedian who objectively the jokes that he makes aren't very funny, but because he finds them funny and because he's entertained by his own jokes and he presents them in a way that he really likes and that's congruent to the way his personality is, other people are engaged with that joke. Other people are engaged with that comedian. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be funny or be a comedian, but if you can start doing or saying things for yourself and not for the approval of others, that's the switch right there that it makes you more engaging in conversation. So the fifth thing, sex equals pizza. All right, sex equals pizza. Most guys are so afraid of talking about sexual topics around the women they like because they don't want to offend her, or they for some reason believe that women aren't sexual creatures, or they don't see sex in the same way that guys do. And here's the thing, I'm gonna crush your world right now. I'm gonna blow your mind. Women love sex. And in fact, if a guy can talk about sex like it's fucking pizza, like it's so mundane to him, then that actually implies a lot of good things about you. Things that she's gonna conclude automatically, whether she knows it or not, about you, and it's gonna make her more attracted. She's gonna think that if you can talk about sex like it's fucking pizza, like it's not a big deal, then she's gonna go, oh, he must be comfortable with sex. He must get a lot of sex. He must have a lot of girls chasing him for sex. Ergo, you are now pre-selected, and she's going to naturally be more attracted to you just because you were carefree, just because you could bring up sexual topics in conversation like it was no big deal. And just like it's no big deal and you brought it up, you can also change the topic away from sexual topics like it's no big deal. Because after you get comfortable talking about sex, a guy will get addicted to that validation that he sees, oh my God, these girls actually enjoyed this conversation. And then they'll want to stay there and they'll want to keep talking about sex because it feels good to be talking about sexual topics with the girl that they're attracted to. But if you keep on that conversational topic and you don't ever change the topic, then it actually kind of works against you. So just like you were able to bring it up like it's no big deal, be able to change the topic after a few minutes or maybe in 30 seconds like it's no big deal. Okay? So that's the fifth one. Let's move on to the next one. I am comfortable being polarizing. And yes, once again, I'm aware that I have terrible handwriting and I don't give a fuck, all right? So we've already talked about this kind of with the whole sex equals pizza idea and the whole I say and do things because I want to do it because they entertain me. But if you can start being okay with being polarizing, that's how you get a lot of girls who are not just kind of attracted to you, but they're like super, super attracted to you to the point where they're gonna compete for you, to the point where they're gonna make the first move on you, to the point where they're gonna be the ones chasing you and trying to get you out, right? All because you are a little bit polarizing. So here's the thing, a lot of guys are afraid to polarize people away from them because they anticipate what's gonna happen after that rejection, right? Rejection, no matter how good at this stuff you get, no matter how advanced in life you get, rejection always hurts to some degree, but it's how do you deal with it? And if you can see rejection as a good thing, as a sign, a positive sign that you are polarizing people away from you, then you can also start to realize that just like you're polarizing people away from you, you're also attracting people to you just as powerfully, all right? Because you have to be polarizing. If you're not polarizing, then you're gonna go through the world being a guy who people just kind of notice, right? But they don't admire. You're gonna be the kind of guy who people tolerate, but they don't fucking love, all right? I don't know about you, but I'm willing to polarize a few people away from me just so I can attract people who are fucking in love with me, all right? So I am comfortable being polarizing. Now, we got 3 more, but before we get to that, if you're liking a lot of this information, I have a book. It's called 107 Proven Ways to Get the Girl, and I have 500 copies of this thing printed up. And if you want to claim a free copy of this for yourself, just go to howtogetthegirlnow.com and I'll ship you a hard copy of my book 100% for free. Just cover the shipping and handling. Now let's get into the seventh thought that hooks women into the conversation. I am too busy loving my life to be negative, okay? Now, here's the thing. When you talk to people and you start bringing up different topics, just realize that no matter what you talk about, whatever emotion that you bring out of the other person, whatever emotion that other person feels around you, those emotions are going to be associated with their memory of you. So if you're always talking gossip, if you're always talking shit about other people, if you're always talking about negative things that happen to you in your life, just know that that other person is going to start seeing you as a source of negative emotions. Now, does this mean that you always have to pretend to be positive even when you're in a bad mood? Absolutely not. But what it does mean is that you should start being more aware of how you are making other people feel. And if you consistently realize that you're making people feel negative emotions because you're spewing all your bullshit onto them, just know you're pushing people away from you, especially women. Women don't want to be around the source of negative emotions. They want to be around the source of positive emotions. So, I am too busy loving my own life to be negative. Now let's get into the 8th thought that hooks women into conversation. All right, I ask open-ended questions because I'm curious about who you are. So what is an open-ended question? Well, the way I define an open-ended question is basically any question that doesn't have a quick one-word answer that doesn't really take a whole lot of thought. Do you like spaghetti? Yes. What color is your shirt? Gray. What's your favorite color? Blue. Doesn't really fucking matter. If it doesn't require any thought or if it's just a one-word answer, you're probably gonna be better off not asking that type of question because it's not going to be a very engaging conversational topic. So maybe an open-ended question is, what's the craziest thing that you've ever done? Or where's the craziest place you've ever had sex? Or how long is your longest relationship, right? And even though that question, how long is your longest relationship, maybe that requires an easy answer, 9 months, 1 year, whatever, it still opens the door for more questions to follow up with. It's very easy. Whereas if you're asking yes or no questions, they're not very engaging. Can I buy you a drink? No, right? Those are not good questions to ask in conversation. So start being more curious about the other person and come from a frame of, I want to genuinely see if this is a cool person that I want to be around and maybe potentially bring into my life, all right? Because when you can start coming from that frame, that's when open-ended questions become natural, and that's when your conversations become way more engaging, all right? So the ninth and final thought that hooks women into conversation with you is, all right, of course you're attracted to me, all right? When you can start thinking, of course this girl's attracted to me, now you're not like all these other guys who are taking themselves out of the present moment because they're too busy looking for signs of attraction. Is this girl attracted to me or is she not attracted to me? What was that she just did? What did that mean, right? If you're constantly looking for signs of attraction, you're taking yourself out of the present moment. You start to imagine scenarios of her maybe being attracted to you and you become attached to the outcome. And as we all know from the first few thoughts, that those are not good things. So if you want your conversations to be more engaging, if you want to consistently be getting more attraction from more women, start assuming the attraction. Of course she's attracted to you, dude. You work on yourself, you watch Raw Dating Advice, you have other things going on in your life, you don't get attached to the outcome with any girls. This girl will be crazy to not be attracted to you. And even if you don't know if it's true, even if it sounds kind of crazy to believe, if you start coming from the frame of assumed attraction and you assume that all these girls that you're interacting with are actually attracted to you on some level, you're going to start capitalizing on your windows of opportunity with women because you're not going to be looking for the signs of attraction. Instead, you're going to be proceeding as if everything is good, everything is positive. And when you can start doing that, that's when you stop missing out with women that you want, and that's when you become the ultimate engaging conversationalist. So that said, if you like these 9 thoughts that hook women into the conversation, if you like my channel in general, all I ask is that you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the Raw Dating Advice family if you haven't already. And if you want 107 proven ways to get the girl, this book is full of every attraction tactic that I know, and I want to send you this book for free. Just go to howtogetthegirlnow.com to claim your copy. And on that note, I will see you later, my friend. Peace out.
Okay.